Greetings from the Spanish islands. I have just jumped off a bus. I started the day in Magaluf. I'm now in Palma de Mallorca, the capital of the largest of the Balearic Islands in the Mediterranean Sea. And it's set to be a hot day. It started off a little cloudy, but it is going to be up to 35 degrees. That's 95 in old money a bit later on this afternoon. So I'm in here early to do a little bit of sightseeing and to have a look around. Coming in nice and early has reaped some impressive benefits. One is it's very quiet, there aren't many people about yet, and two, it's not as hot as it's going to be later on today. And at the moment I'm just kind of wandering down these little side alleys, although they are actually roads. There's a car coming now, look at this. Tight fit. My goodness. A very tight fit. A 5-point turn just to get into your driveway. The question is, what are we going to find around the next corner here? Aha. Another little square. Water fountain in the middle there. The sun is coming up above the buildings, above the houses. I've got to say, I really like what I see so far. It's a very cool, hip, happening place. I especially like the little side alleys that have the tall houses and buildings on them. Very unique in their appearance. I'm heading now for the main square here called Plaça Major, I think it is, and it should be just through here. But while I'm heading through here, let me tell you that Mallorca is home, the island that is home to about 880,000 people, and just under 50% of them, so just over 400,000, live here in the city of Palma. So a lot of people proportionally live in its capital. And here I am in the main square. Look at that. I was up nice and early this morning, 6:30. I'm staying in Magaluf, and I caught a local bus in, the bus number 5 from Magaluf to Palma. It took about 50 minutes and it left Magaluf at about 7:20 in the morning. It was good to get here nice and early. Very, very few people around at that time of day. The bus as well was pretty reasonable. I think it cost €3.50 for that journey. It's a single journey, you have to buy singles. The driver said you couldn't buy a return. So I'm just going to have to buy another single on the way back. But definitely good value to get here in the city and have a look around. It's another little square just behind me here. I am now heading, I think, to the main cathedral, the Santa Maria Cathedral down by the water. I'm going to go and have a look at that. I've just paid my €6. I'm now inside the cathedral itself. It is one of the largest or highest Gothic cathedrals in Europe, built in the 14th century on the site of a former mosque. So there used to be a mosque here that was built by the Moors when they ruled these lands. They ruled actually most of the Iberian Peninsula, and this cathedral, nicknamed the Cathedral of Light, and you can see why just ahead of me there is one of the 61 stained glass windows. That one there is the most impressive. Give you a proper shot of that. It really does harness the power of the morning sun. If I zoom in, you'll see just how large and just how bright it is. There is a close-up of the altar. You can see just to the right here, some of these pillars are some of the narrowest, slimmest load-bearing pillars in any church in the world. The only reason the cathedral still stands, it wouldn't stand if they were just supporting its weight. It's also down to the external walls that do take a lot of weight and strain off of these pillars. I was hoping to get up to the roof or one of the towers, but I'm not sure you're able to, so I'll just go and double check, and if not, then I'm going to head out and perhaps look at doing a walking tour. I've made it down to the Parc de la Marr, which I thought was the starting point for the tour. I'm a little bit late, to be fair, but I can't see the tour anyway, so I am going to instead, I think, just take another stroll around the city centre. Really nice streets, as I said before, so I'm happy to do that. And then just up there behind me is the cathedral that I've just visited. Man, it's a different atmosphere in here now. The bars and restaurants are all open. Cafes are serving breakfast. All the tourists are out. And there's a lot more life here than there was a couple of hours ago, I'll tell you that. I've just tucked myself down one of the little side alleys. It's amazing what a couple of hours can do, the difference it can make. This morning these side alleys were just as quiet as this, but this morning, just a few hours ago, the main streets through Palma there was just no one on them at all, and now they are absolutely packed full of tourists. Just heading back towards the main square now. And I think I'm going to end the video there, because this afternoon I'm planning to do a separate video where I'm going to be hiking up to an old castle on the hills that surround the city of Palma. So consider joining me for that one. It's going to be a tough hike in this weather with this heat. It's about midday out here, and at the moment the temperature is around, I'd say, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think translates to something like 33 degrees Celsius. It is a hot one. It is a little overcast now. It's incredibly warm though. It's going to make that hike up to the castle quite a challenge. I'm back in the heart of the city, Plaça Major. Popped through here earlier. A lot busier now. All the vehicles have gone. I guess they were making early morning deliveries to the shops and cafes. Right now the people are out, and it is a very pretty place to come and have your dinner or your lunch. Gotta say, nice yellow buildings surrounding the square itself, and it looks like there's a market setting up over here as well. Alright, thanks for watching. See you for that castle hike.